Would you like some real estate tips to be the top producing agent in your area? If that's the case, this is the video you're going to want to check out. I'm going to be sharing with you 3 things that I've found that make all the difference between the top producing agent and your typical agent. And you're going to find the difference isn't that significant. These are things you can be doing right now. Take a look. Hello, everyone. This is Kevin Smullin with 2Q Lead Generation Strategies, helping you build your leads and transactions using Facebook marketing. That's what we do. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. You're going to find valuable tips and tricks just like this of how to be growing your leads, your transactions, your conversions with all of your marketing and everything that you're doing on Facebook. So a couple things. First of all, go ahead and in the show description, in the description, the show notes down below, I'm going to be putting a link to our Lead Generation Academy. This is a brand new program that we've just put out that is designed to, number 1, help you generate more leads, and number 2, increase your conversions. So if that's something that you're looking for, go ahead and take a look at that, see if it's a good fit. Now, with that being said, today's video, what we're going to be getting into is we're going to be getting into the 3 things that make top producers different than your typical agent. The 3 things that they're doing differently to get massive success in their business that you may or may not be doing, or maybe you're just not doing enough of it. So I'm going to be sharing with you the 3 things that I've seen over and over again as I've talked with agents who are top producers and are producing a lot, and those who aren't. So let me walk you through those 3 things. So in my opinion, the 3 things that make top producers who they are is, number 1, top producers, they are absolute masters of their market. So they have done the research, they know the numbers, and basically one of the questions that people ask you all the time as a real estate agent is, well, how's the market doing? What's going on? And they always have a very good answer for that question. So anytime someone asks you a question like that, you want to make sure that you've got a great answer. So your answer could be something like, appreciation's been up 6% over the last 3 months. Why do you ask? Right? And the whole point of that of having something that you can just rattle off very quickly is it just gives you that impression, that perception that people think, wow, they really know their stuff, right? So you want to be watching the statistics. You want to be watching the reports that are coming out. You want to have something that's interesting to talk to people so that when that comment comes up, you have a valid response. And then when you say, why do you ask? Again, they're probably asking because they're thinking of selling. They know someone who's thinking about selling, or maybe they're just trying to, have something to engage with you in a conversation. But regardless of the outcome, that's one way that you can use this tool, mastering your market, to be able to generate more opportunities and more leads. Now, besides being a master of the market, the second thing that I see that separates top producers from other agents, in my opinion, this is probably the biggest one, is that they just have more leads and more opportunities than the average agent. So marketing, lead generation, that is one part of their business where they just flourish. They've gotten this part figured out. In fact, I would say in most cases, when you see a top performing real estate agent, it's not that they're any better of an agent than you. They probably do similar things with their buyers and sellers that you do, right? What separates them and what makes them different is they've got the marketing arm of their business figured out. I would probably tell you that they are a marketer who happens to do real estate, right? In a lot of cases, that's what the case is. So this is someone who's got the lead generation figured out. They probably have a significant budget that they're using to generate leads and to market with. Now, like you, they probably didn't start out with a huge marketing budget. But what happened is every time they did some business, they would devote some of that to their business. Every time they had a closing, they would devote some of the profits to marketing, and it just kind of becomes a snowball that just rolls down the hill. So leads are one of the things that you want to absolutely make sure that you've got figured out. Because if leads are the lifeblood of your business, if you don't have a consistent flow of leads, you're not going to be able to generate the kind of volume and the kind of transactions that you're looking for. So I'm going to share my screen for a second and I'll show you a good example. So let me share my screen. And so what you're seeing here is a screenshot of an ad account for one of my clients. So this is from ads that they've been running on Facebook. And you'll notice right here, it's only for the month of April. It's only reporting 30 days worth of advertising. And you can see in this column the number of leads that they've generated. So these leads are name, phone number, email address, right? And they're asking for some kind of information or asking for the agent to contact them. So when you see these leads, that's what we're looking at, is the number of people that have provided that information. So in 1 month, this client generated 328 leads. And you can see right here the amount spent. The money that they spent to achieve that was $6.49 and a few cents. So basically $650. If you do the math, 650 divided by 328, that is $1.97 per lead. When you think about how much it's costing you to generate leads, whether you're doing direct mail or whether you're doing pay-per-click advertising, maybe you're also doing Facebook marketing, but you're not seeing these kind of results. A lot of it is just the strategy and the technique that you employ. And so this is one thing. Again, I don't have time to get into the details. I've got tons of other videos on the channel that kind of show you the nuts and bolts, the how-to of setting up lead generations. But for the purpose of this video, you need to have a lead generation machine, period, right? If you're not generating new leads consistently, you're never going to get to the kind of volume that you're looking for. And it has to be from a variety of sources, right? You want new leads from people that you don't know. You're also going to want to market to your relationships. They're not only a great source of repeat business, but also referral business. There's lots of different ways that you can be generating leads, but you just need something that's consistently producing results. Otherwise, you're not going to get to where you want to go. So that's the second thing, is they have the marketing figured out. They just have a consistent lead generation machine. The third thing that also makes the biggest difference is that top producers are also usually the best at following up. So they have follow-up systems in place, whether that system is a database like a CRM or some kind of technology that's helping them follow up, or maybe they have a team or an assistant or someone that's helping track the leads and follow up and do those kinds of things. Regardless of whether it's technology or whether it's a person, it's the follow-up that makes the biggest difference. You've probably heard a million times during your real estate career that the money is in the follow-up, and it's absolutely true. When you think about the number of people who are going to become a transaction on the first contact, it's such a small number of people that frankly it's not even worth talking about. In a lot of cases, we're talking around 1%, sometimes even less. So since most people are going to need time to get ready to sell or get ready to buy, fix their credit, get the down payment, and I mean, there's tons of different situations, but it's probably going to take some time from the moment they become a lead to the time that they're actually ready, where you're actively working with them. So if somebody says, well, I need 3 months to clean up my credit, that's not a bad lead. It just means you've got to have a system to follow up for 3 months. So you're going to want something that's just constantly dripping on people and adding value. One of the mistakes I see a lot of people make with their drip system is the drip is just super salesy, right? So the salesy just sounds like this. Do you want to go see these homes? Here's a brand new list of homes. When do you want to go take a look at it? This one's going to be gone. When do you want to see it? And it's just constant pressure, pressure, pressure. And from my experience, most people don't like that kind of pressure. What people do prefer in today's day and age is they prefer helpful information. So where I see people absolutely killing it with this is they're providing information about, here's how to get your credit fixed. Here's how to buy a home after a bankruptcy. Here are down payment programs that make it so you don't have to have 10 or 20% down. They're just providing information, and because they are the source of information, people come to them when they're ready. So where I learned this, and it was such a valuable lesson, and please take this lesson to heart, when I got out of real estate 20 plus years ago, because I didn't know how to generate business, that started me on this whole journey of learning how to generate business. I worked for a consulting company that did consulting in the financial services arena. And as we would bring people out to train them, right at the very beginning of the training, we would ask people, how many of you have known about our company for less than 6 months? And there was a few hands that go up in the room. And then it was 1 year. How many of you have known about us for a year or less? And hands go up. How many of you, it's been more than 2 years since you've known about us? Hands are still going up. 5 years, hands are still going up. 10 years, there's still a few hands in the room going up. People that have known about this consulting company for 10 years before they decided that it was the right time. See, the truth about sales is that it's a timing game, and you never know when the right time is. So honestly, the only way to fix that is to be there all the time. That's the only real solution. So if you don't have a tool in place that's helping you just stay in touch, to be relevant, to provide helpful information, then I will tell you, you are leaving money on the table, and it's probably costing you tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars if you're not following up. So those are the 3 things you absolutely want to make sure that you've got in your business that will help propel you to that top producer standpoint. Number 1, you want to be a master of your market. Know it backwards and forwards. That's what creates credibility and makes people want to engage with you. Number 2, you want to make sure you've got a lead generation machine. Have your marketing in place, right? There's no way that you're going to be able to compete with the top producers without generating enough leads to get you there. That's what sets them apart, is they just have more opportunities, more marketing. You've got to get to that point where you're competing. And number 3, you've also got to make sure you've got a lead conversion system. Otherwise, you're just leaving money on the table. Those leads are going to go somewhere else, and it's just a lost opportunity. So those are the 3 things that will help you get to top producer status faster than anything. So hopefully those top producer real estate tips are valuable, and please use them, right? To help with this, again, like I mentioned earlier, I've got a link down below to our Lead Generation Academy, where we're going to help you with the last 2 points. The whole focus of the Lead Generation Academy is helping you build a lead generation machine that's providing you with all the leads that you need. And number 2, how to set up a conversion system so that the leads that are coming in turn into transactions down the road. And so that is the program, the Lead Generation Academy. If that's what you're looking for in your business and you want to grow your business, go take a look at that. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We're going to be providing you with more tips, more strategies, more tricks just like this. So make sure you subscribe. Also consider notifications. That way you're notified anytime we put out brand new content. And if you've liked this content, please give us a like. Yeah, I can't tell you how much that helps us in just getting the word out and promoting what we do. So thank you for your attention. Hopefully this will help you get to that top producer status. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. Happy to answer those. Other than that, make it a killer week, grow your business, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.